Exciting holiday displays are revealed in Cherry Hill. A new famous New Jersey attraction is almost done with remodeling, and President Trump plans to send astronauts to space. All that and more on this half hour of RTN News. Welcome back to a brand new episode of RTN News. I'm Victoria Todorova.
And I'm Sean Kelly. Now let's get to hear some news from your area.
The Lions Club of Gloucester City hosted their annual pancake breakfast on November 19th at the Gloucester City High School. They have served over 350 people for the past 4 years as the fundraiser. The Lions Club International is the world's largest service club organization. It has over 1 million members who are dedicated to bettering the quality of life for the handicapped, the poor, the sick, and the aged. The Lions Club is currently seeking for new members. If anyone is interested in joining, they can contact the Gloucester City Lions Club.
The Cherry Hill Mall has unveiled a new and exciting holiday display this season. Instead of its traditional North Pole display, the shopping center has transformed the area into a remake of the classic set from the 1983 holiday classic, A Christmas Story. From 1940s kitchen appliances to a swirling slide in the back, the set designers included everything short of a frozen pole to stick your tongue on. Shoppers can take their photo with the famous leg lamp, as well as download an interactive app that helps them tour the iconic movie house. The mall states that over 35,000 people have been to the exhibit, including some from upstate New York.
A destructive fire displaced nearly 24 residents of the Lakeview Apartments over the weekend. The fire was reported at 8:39 p.m. on Sunday. The fire was showing through the roof of a townhouse backing up to Route 42. A man was safely rescued after being trapped on his second-floor balcony. An officer was treated and released from the local hospital after suffering minor burns. Gloucester Township officials are still investigating the cause of it.
One of the most famous New Jersey attractions is almost done remodeling. Crews were hard at work on the Ocean City Boardwalk this week, starting some of the final reconstruction to the famous boardwalk areas between 5th and 12th Street. The boardwalk was constructed after a 1927 fire and has stood for almost 90 years. The final phase, which is on 10th and 12th Streets, started this past October and is expected to be completed by March 2018. 1,300 new support pilings will be accompanied by 128 sections of decking, 12 feet wide and 42 feet long. Visitors will then be able to walk on the new 3-inch thick southern yellow pine boards, which are about twice as thick as the old ones. Winter is finally here as cold weather is in full effect. Here is Emily with more, and that on this week's weather forecast.
Thank you, Sean. It looks like the winter is finally here, with it starting today, Tuesday. Our day was cloudy with a high of 46 and a low of 21. Wednesday is going to be windy with a high of 33 and a low of 25. Thursday is going to be cloudy with a high of 35 and a low of 23. For Friday, we will have some snow with a high of 33 and a low of 22. Our weekend looks cloudy starting Saturday with a high of 40 and a low of 24. Sunday is going to be cloudy with a high of 42 and a low of 36. The winter is finally here.
It snowed. I was excited. I love the snow.
You do?
I wish it snowed all year.
It looks so nice, but then it gets too cold afterwards.
Nice. So it's gone now. I'm sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming on Friday.
Oh,
so
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's a fun time.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
Coming up in entertainment, find out about upcoming events happening across campus.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
Welcome back to RTN News. Here's Frank with this week's entertainment.
Hey everyone, get ready for a very special evening because Movie Night is presenting a throwback feature, Napoleon Dynamite. A great movie you probably heard of before that you won't want to miss. Stop by the Student Center Ballroom tonight at 9:15. With your student ID, you get a free entrance to see the film as well as free popcorn to complete your experience. If you want to get ready for finals week, the Student Center's got your back by remaining open throughout the whole night and offering free massages from 10 p.m. to 2 in the morning. They're also opening the student rooms and playing soothing music. If that wasn't enough, food, coffee, and snacks will be provided as well. Bring your friends and come relax. Good luck on finals week. Your last chance to get into the holiday spirit is today. Stop by the Flieger Concert Hall from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. for an evening of holiday music. Come and listen to Chili Hansen's Peter Pan and Ron Nelson's classic Colliers and Dances, as well as other Hanukkah and Christmas classics.
Wow, so wrapping up, I know they have the whole day now.
They have
for finals. And
for finals and massages. Massages, man.
I could go for a massage.
I'm gonna go just for that.
I think
I don't want to study. I just want to get the massages.
Oh, I would fail a course for massage.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Of course, it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, it's a sacrifice,
right?
you know.
Obviously.
Yes. Good luck to everyone.
Thanks for
Coming up.
Thank you.
Coming up, find out the details on President Trump sending astronauts to space.
When they test you, stand firm and move only when you hear the seatbelt click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly, and you can too. Share your heart, share your love. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
Mother Nature strikes again in Maurice River Township as 3 people were injured in a car crash this past Saturday afternoon. New Jersey State Police spokesman Sergeant Jeffrey Flynn said a Dodge vehicle was traveling eastbound on Route 49 when it lost control and crossed over the center line, striking a Ford heading westbound. The crash shut down Route 49 for a period while emergency crews were on the scene attending to injuries and continued to investigate the circumstances around the matter. The 2 drivers were taken to the hospital and both have only minor injuries.
Social media can have a positive impact in many ways, like this happy ending story. 2 cats at the Front Street Animal Shelter got their forever home thanks to the power of social media. A blind cat named Ray was found on the streets in September in Sacramento, California. His best friend is Bia. They lived in the same kennel and did everything together. They have been waiting for 3 months for a home that would accept them both at the same time. So the shelter went to Facebook to find the perfect family for the 2 best friends. After months of searching and thousands of shares on social media, Ray and Bia got to go home together with Kaylee Granall. It was the perfect happy ending. And now to Devon with What's Trending.
Thanks, Victoria, and welcome to this edition of What's Trending. Heroic officers pinned a New York City terror suspect to the ground and removed the bomb. Even as panicked commuters rushed toward them, 4 officers didn't hesitate to engage the man accused of detonating an explosive in the New York City subway system yesterday morning. Officers leaped on top of the suspect and removed the device before more damage could be done. The explosion occurred in an underground passageway near the Port Authority bus terminal, sending commuters scrambling to evacuate a major transit hub just blocks before Times Square. Despite the rush hour crowds, only 5 people suffered minor injuries, officials said. Law enforcement officials said the 27-year-old suspect, Akaid Ullah, is in the hospital badly injured in the arm and torso from the device that went off in his arms. Head coach Doug Peterson confirmed that Philadelphia Eagles star quarterback Carson Wentz has a torn ACL in his left knee and will miss the rest of the regular season and postseason. West suffered the injury in Sunday's victory over the Los Angeles Rams and underwent an MRI on Monday morning. Peterson also confirmed that Nick Foles, who replaced Wentz on Sunday, will be the Eagles' starting quarterback. Wentz came up limping after absorbing multiple hits on a touchdown run that was negated by holding a penalty in the third quarter. The Eagles, 11-2, who clinched the NFC East title with Sunday's victory in Los Angeles, have overcame several key injuries and now have to move forward without their most indispensable player. President Trump will sign a directive sending astronauts back to space. The president yesterday signed the Space Policy Directive 1 that directs the NASA administrator to lead an innovative space exploration program to send American astronauts back to the moon and eventually Mars. Trump's initiative lands on the 45th anniversary of Apollo 17, the last mission to the moon. The crew landed on the celestial body on December 11th, 1972. Since the beginning of his administration, Trump has set out to refocus NASA on its core mission of space exploration.
There you go. Tough Eagles.
I know. Just
that's rough, man.
It's my favorite team, and Wentz was a wonderful quarterback, and I just really hope that he can come back.
Well, I really hope that if he doesn't, I hope they find success and they make it all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yes, with Foles, so hopefully Foles just steps it up.
Obviously, we're rooting for them. We're rooting for them.
This is the
Go
time.
Eagles!
Go Eagles, yeah.
Coming up, find out how Christmas came to a family's home a few weeks early.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to RTN News. It's time now for news in your nation. Powerful winds have picked back up in Ventura County, California, which have reignited raging wildfires the area has been facing. As of 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time this past Wednesday, the fire, which has been named Thomas, has burned more than 90,000 acres of land. According to the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, only 5% of the fire has been contained and 150 structures have been destroyed thus far. There are 32 fire crews working to contain the fires, as well as 1,776 fire personnel assisting alongside 362 fire engines and 12 helicopters. The fire department has said they must wait until the wind dies down, as it is impossible to fight the flames during it.
Christmas came a little early for one family. Last week, J.J. Lyons was hunting with his family when the Williamsport firefighter received an unexpected call that his own house was on fire. The fire started in the basement and caused nearly $400,000 in damage. The fire left the 10-year veteran of the fire department, his wife, and 5-year-old daughter without a home for the holidays. A total stranger, Joe Miller, was their hero. Miller's mother had passed away earlier this year, and he was looking to sell her house. Miller decided to give it to the Lyons family until they get back on their feet. Now the Lyons family will have a new home to celebrate Christmas in.
Enjoy using the renting app Airbnb? Well, you might want to think again. Greenville, South Carolina resident Cesar Fuentes has been arrested on charges of voyeurism after a woman found a hidden camera in the alarm clock of the room she was staying in at Fuentes' apartment. Police Sergeant Jonathan Bragg said that the woman was trying to set the alarm when she realized that there was no on and off switch, and she was concerned. Airbnb has a strict no camera policy in any bedroom or bathroom that are offered up for rent. Fuentes has since been removed and banned permanently from the site.
A couple's car doors were stolen in Baltimore, Maryland. The thieves did not just unlock the doors, they took them. That is what the Patterson Park couple discovered after looking out their window and seeing their car Sunday morning. The robbery happened sometime overnight on Saturday on East Baltimore Street. Nothing else was taken from the vehicle, and the car had no scratches or marks. The owner believes her car was targeted professionally. Now here's Rob with your Rowan Sports Update.
Hi, I'm Robert Sensky, and this is your last Rowan Sports Update of the semester. This week's segment includes more coverage on our basketball teams, and our men's indoor track and field team competes at Lehigh University. Let's get into it. It's an upsetting week for Rowan basketball fans. Our men's team have been finally defeated in a recent game against the College of New Jersey. The Lions played absolutely out of their minds from start to finish. Their leading scorer, Eric Murdoch, led TCNJ with a total of 32 points, and Randy Walko recorded a double-double with 28 points and 13 rebounds. The game began in the Profs' favor, and they held the lead for nearly the entire first half. Then in the last 3 minutes, the Lions pulled ahead, scoring 9 out of the last 12 points in the quarter. Rowan struggled in the second until Jeff Haddock and Duran Curry pulled their team back into the game. Karan posted a career high of 25 points, and Curry also scored a career mark of 24 points. Despite their efforts, Rowan couldn't take back the lead. The game finished with the final score of 104-92. The Lions officially end the Profs' 5-game win streak and improve their overall mark to 7-1. The women's team faced a similar fate against Montclair University. The Red Hawks played an excellent game, and the Profs were nearly outscored in every quarter. Forward Alex Raring was the top scorer for Rowan and posted 17 points, and center April Zimzik registered 15. The Profs suffered in the first and second, but found their stride in the third. They had a 7-0 surge to close the gap with the efforts of Zimzik and Raring, and together they pushed the Red Hawks defense on their back leg. But Montclair State made a quick recovery and managed to keep their lead. Their forward, Alex McKinnon, led her team with 22 points and 9 rebounds, and Katie Sayre recorded 17 points and 7 boards. The game ended 61-48 with the Red Hawks' victory. Their record increased to 8-1 for the overall season, and the Profs dropped to 5-4 overall. The men's track and field team competed at Lehigh University on Saturday in the fast time before finals. There was no team scoring for the event, but the Profs performed exceptionally well. Bobby Cooks won the 60-meter hurdle for the second week with a time of 8.12 seconds. The 4x400-meter relay finished first with a time 3 minutes, 28.16 seconds. The relay was ran by Anthony Salemo, Chris Messiano, Hunter Barberi, and Stephen Jones. Will Cardona clinched the second in the weight throw with a toss of 51 feet and 6.5 inches. Christmas is dominant as ever this year in the regular season, and it remains undefeated with its latest match against Thanksgiving. The Turkeys put up a good fight in the first quarter, but the old St. Nick's just have too many tools at their disposal. Despite the lights, presents, and trees, there just seems to be no competition in the league anymore. We'll have to stake our hopes on Independence Day and the Uncle Sam's in the playoffs, but let's be honest, if the Skeletons can't beat them, no one can.
Christmas taking a big win. This year.
Christmas is just taking a huge win this year, man. I mean, it's every year they just keep coming out. They're dominant.
They're dominant. I really hope the Uncle Sam's. I'm really rooting for the Uncle Sam's this year. I'll put on my hat.
We can hope.
We can hope.
We can hope.
All right, well, Christmas will just have to take it. Get it going. Thanks, Rob.
No problem.
That's all for this week's edition of RTN News. I'm Victoria Todorova.
And I'm Sean Kelly. Have a great winter break, Rowan University.